I keep seeing all these videos about giving God 3 days of fasting. And I released a similar word on this around the 12th, I think it was. But what God had put in my spirit was to give him 3 days, not just 3 days of fasting. So even in my video in the beginning, I'm talking about giving God 3 days of fasting. But at the end, I go ahead and get into what he put into my spirit. But I feel like some people don't always watch the whole video. So what God had put in my spirit was to give him 3 days, whether that be 3 days of fasting, 3 days of praying, 3 days of worshiping, right? 3 days of warfare, the praying thing, 3 days of rest, 3 days of hanging out with your children, your family, 3 days of school, whatever it is, right? Or just 3 days. And to take that word back to him, because not everyone's 3 days are going to look the same. But this 3-day thing is very specific, and I know that. I know that. I've heard it. And, it's important. It's important to always take the word back to him, right? Because even if he wants you to fast, like, what kind of fast is he calling you on? Is he wanting you to do a social media fast? Is he wanting you to do a fast from, like, all junk food and sweets and sugars? Like, what kind of fast? Or is he not wanting you to fast because you've been doing that and he just wants you to sit and worship him, 3 days of worship? Or what if you've been worshiping, you've been fasting, you've been doing all this stuff, and he's like, hey, I just want you, yes, ma'am, to rest for 3 days. You want to, Mom. And maybe the 3 days are just taking time off and spending time with your children. Maybe it's just 3 days of doing, like, resting in him, but doing that hobby, that thing you like. It's giving God 3 days, but make sure you ask him how he wants you to give him those 3 days. Does he want you sitting, what does he want you to do? Some of us have been waiting for him to come through and to answer a prayer for so long for certain things. So maybe he only wants you to just rest and to, like, let go of that thing completely. Like, give him 3 days of not coming to him about it at all. Like, just letting it go. So please always take, the word back to him and, hey, is this word for me? Hey, and if it is for you, what kind of time frame is it for you? Is it a now word? Is it, a later on word? And what he wants you to do with it. So God bless you guys. I love you. Shalom.